following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
It's hump day, baby. Disrupt your hump day with EC Radio. How are you? Hope you're enjoying your day. It's Measy. We're live on all Disruption Network social media platforms. And it's wrapped up into a nice podcast of love that you can view and listen to at your discretion, at your leisure at DisruptionNetwork.net. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, pretty much wherever you hear podcasts. Before we get into anything, much love to my sponsors. Thank you so much to Utica Coffee for hooking me up with the Art of Darkness today. If you see me twitching and tweaking, it's because I'm drinking a whole pot of Art of Darkness. It's great stuff. I love it. You can find them online at wakethehellup.com. Also, much love to EJA Moving Services, the home of the free boxes, people. When you're ready to move and relocate, Eddie's not going to charge you for boxes. Not at all. Most of those other moving services, they charge you for boxes. Not my boys at EJA Moving Services. They don't charge for boxes. Also, they want me to get across, too, is if you're an elderly family or an elderly couple and you're looking to move, hit up my boys from EJA Moving Services. Let them do all the work for you. You can hit them up at 315-335-0516 or ejamoving.com. My man, Isaac French in the house today. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
What up, Zeke? Good to see you again.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
A couple weeks ago, I was at Nash's last bash at the Old Main. Nash, he's kind of, would you say he's retiring from the Old Main, if you will, or just
yeah? I mean, he's doing some solo stuff, I think, and he's focusing on, what he wants to do, and I think, Nash has said some stuff on social media. If you're really interested in it, follow his path there and.
Epic night,
yeah,
brother.
It was fun.
That was an epic night. For you guys to cram 300 plus people into a church is really saying something about what the Old Main is doing locally and in the community on a music standpoint.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. That's where we rehearse and everything, like at nighttime, so it felt like home,
What's it like rehearsing there?
We start after like 8 o'clock because there's some stuff going on downstairs. Mm-hmm. But it's just like a show. We plug in, we chat, definitely.
Yeah. It's a great stage, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
The whole room, it's like such a great vibe.
Yeah, we close the curtain, so it's more intimate, so it feels like a rehearsal.
Okay.
Probably
but also needs to sound a little bit
too,
right?
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's, rehearsals are productive when it comes to, all that stuff.
Are you guys militant with your rehearsals? Like, let's get this done. Let's get this done. There's no ball breaking going on. You just got to get work done.
Yeah, well, I'd say like when I just joined like back in October, so like I needed to learn all their songs.
Yeah.
So it definitely was a structure to it. You know, let's learn them so you can gig them. And you know, I definitely think that there was a lot more seriousness to that, and it's going to get fun. Not that it hasn't been fun. I'm just saying it's, you know, we're going to be doing more things. Like we're going to be recording some videos. We're going to, you know, you're going to see more of us online. You know, because we were going through a transition period, like everyone knows. And I think we did a pretty good job with it. And, you know.
Old Mate's putting out some great music too.
Yeah.
How'd you get associated with those guys?
Man, so I was at... So my fiance is from Rome, New York, and that's why I moved here from Vermont. We'll touch that on that a little later.
Get on your backstory.
So her friend had a birthday party that the Old Main played at, and after I just like went up and chatted with them. And prior to that, I mean, musicians like kind of quote unquote flirt with other musicians. You know, they'll like each other's stuff on Facebook, be friends. And I just moved to the area, and you know, people were saying the Old Main's like the band. They're doing like the original stuff. It's cool. So I. Just went up and talked to them. And then from then on, every time I saw them, whether it was at like Woods Fest that we played at.
That's where we first met.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. With my trio, Nina's Brew, we, you know, we played there. And I just kind of chatted with them. And then, you know, we got together, jammed one time. And
did you know right away when you first jammed with them that you wanted?
Yeah, it was a good sound. I mean, I'm trying to play as much music as possible. I mean, that was my thought when I was there. I don't like to kind of predict the future or do anything like that. I'm there for. I let fate take care of things, you know. So my intention there was just to go play some music, and that's kind of what happened. It just hasn't stopped yet. So
those guys are putting out some great music. Let's get to your backstory a little bit. You're originally from Vermont?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Vermont, St. Albans, which is like 30 minutes north of Burlington. You know, I used to joke that I could see Canada from my house, but you know, I didn't live quite up on the hills. But yeah, so it's like 10 miles from the Canadian border, and that's where I was born and raised. Went to high school there, and then I went to college at Castleton. It was State College at the time, but now it's a university.
Okay.
Graduated in 2014, and then I did like the music, like I'm a bartender, server thing for a couple years, and then you know I worked at like a school, and like a car dealership. You know, I'm passionate about like helping kids and being involved in the community. So, which I'd like to get more involved around here, but I just moved here, so it's hard to.
Well, I got something for you.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
We're doing a drum circle with kids on March 29th at the Whitestown Legion on Sunday. It's Sunday the 29th.
Word.
March.
Yeah, give me a reminder of that.
For sure.
Definitely.
I would love to have you come join us.
For sure. I can bring my cajon and
bring as
whatnot.
many percussions as you can.
Sure. But yeah, so you know, my last job before I took on music full time, which was, you know, I moved to New York and did that because my fiance is from here, so I just moved in with her.
How'd you meet her?
At a show.
At a show?
Yeah, in Saranac Lake at the Waterhole.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Magical place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It is.
So, you know, I left my job at the school. I was working with kids, you know, one-on-one with, you know, some behavior problems and whatnot, and, you know, working to get them where they need to be, or, you know. I had a lot of fun doing that, but something was missing in my life, and it started to, I'm not going to say get in the way, but it took up more time than I could afford when my focus was music. So I really wanted to do that, and I think it was like winter break of 2018 is when or Thanksgiving break actually, is when I put my 2 weeks in before that, and then I kind of just did I was gigging with Nina's Brew heavily, so it was like, you know, it made sense, and then like I think this last summer, like I think it was like May, I like moved in with Lacey, my fiance.
Is that when you moved to Rome?
Yeah. So, but I was definitely like living here before, you know, but I was still paying rent until like April in Vermont. So, yeah. But yeah, then I'm pretty outgoing, so I just try to talk to as many people as I can.
Establish those relationships, right?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, one thing led to another. Now I'm playing music with the Old Man. I'm doing some solo stuff. I do have a song coming out Friday, a single, Ready to Be Loved, which is, you know, I'm very proud of the work. I recorded that in Burlington, Vermont with Christopher Hawthorne, Studio 180. and that's where I recorded my last album, Human Being, as well. So it's
Check out right there. Human Being. Thank you for the CD. I just flashed to it.
Yeah. And I'm really excited for this. It's, when I recorded my last album, I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in with music, and being active in social media and like kind of not the image, but the image of it all. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to record a pop album. Like I can write that style. I like that a lot. And I recorded and released a 10-song pop album. And, people said it's great and stuff. And the hard thing with that, it's like it's hard to play that if you don't have like a big production behind you. So I didn't get to promote it like I wanted to. But Spotify's been pretty generous to me. I have like, over 250,000 streams on all the songs together.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Better This Way. My single is doing the best on that. It gets put on some playlists, I think. Yeah, but this next song incorporates Ready to Be Loved. It has Rob Compa from Dopapod. He's playing...
Amazing guitar player.
Yeah, he's playing guitar on it. And so it has like live instruments from, real musicians. It has drums on it. It's got some synth bass, keyboard, but with the pop element still, which I'm really excited about because when I play it live, people are going, okay, I got it. I hear that piano part in there. With this last album, I didn't have that ability, besides a couple songs that are like piano.
Who else is playing on your album?
So the Human Being, it's so Chris Hawthorne is a great engineer and producer. He has credit on that album because we would get in the room together and I'd tell him like an idea, and or sometimes he came up with the idea and we produced it together, and then I recorded all the vocals. I'd come in with definitely like majority of the time like half the song written or the full song written, and then he'd put the production behind it. So he did it all he has a Nord, he has a MIDI thing, but we didn't have any features or anything on that album, just us two. Yeah.
What was the first instrument you played? Because you're versatile, right? You play piano, keys.
Yeah, I play piano, keys, and
guitar.
Percussion.
You play guitar too, right?
Guitar, yeah. So I'd say piano was singing was definitely my primary thing. Like I did that for my whole life,
Gotcha.
as far as I can remember. But piano, like in high school, I learned like the chords for Let It Be. Like a kid, his name is Dan, I remember, and he like taught me. Like he used like these 3 fingers instead of like the correct way, and he just like a triad of the 4 chords or whatever it is in Let It Be, and I learned that and could play that for a couple years. I didn't really know anything else. I'd play what sounds good. I have a good ear, but I never took any like lessons or anything like that. I went to college and took like piano lab. So that's where you learn like Mary Had a Little Lamb and the correct fingerings and stuff, which definitely helped. Yeah, that's exactly what it was called. And I'm thankful for that because it definitely taught me the theory, like a little bit of theory, which I could relate to now when writing songs. But, obviously a big inspiration, my listeners might know, like my father played piano, and, I was around it, so I had a good ear for that.
So it's in your DNA.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. My brother's a musician as well. He's a percussionist and like an MC, he's a rapper. So he has a couple albums and mixtapes out on Spotify and stuff, so yeah, it's D French. There's a little plug for you. Yeah, but guitar, it was really like after college where I started playing instruments and singing together.
Okay.
I could strum a few chords here and there, but really from age, I'm 28 now, but like 21, like is when I started like really playing. I didn't play any gigs really in college. I played a couple open mics. They called it like pub night. And yeah, definitely a late bloomer when it comes to that, but I put in some hours to try to, be able to play the instruments. So there's still basic things on guitar I can't play. They're like, play this. I'm like, I don't know how to play that because I never learned, but I can play other stuff. But piano was definitely first, then guitar. Then I played cajon for Nina's Brew. And then, singing all together.
Right on, brother.
Yeah, man.
When parents ask me like about getting guitar lessons or piano lessons, I always try to guide them into a direction that the kids should probably start off on piano first or a keyboard or some sort of instrument because it's the universal instrument.
For sure.
Because if you can learn how to play piano, you can learn how to play guitar or bass because it's kind of the same principle, it's up and down type of thing. So, hey, buddy. So I always try to gear the parents towards that.
Yeah.
Like, let them start off on piano first, because they can take that pretty much anywhere you want.
Yeah, it teaches them like a lot of structure too. Like guitar, you need to want to play guitar to play it, because it physically hurts your fingers and all that stuff. If kids will say no to that, because it's harder. I'd say it's harder to play guitar than it is to
absolutely
play piano. But I think it's easier to be passable on guitar than it is to be, on than keyboard. But yeah, guitar came pretty easily to me. I'm definitely mediocre
because you played piano.
Because I play piano, but I'm a very mediocre guitar player. I make things work. I play what I can play, and I let that complement my voice.
Right.
So
you brought up "Let It Be," man. You destroyed it at Nash's last bash.
Thanks,
with
man.
"Let It Be," and that's what really turned my head to like, wow, who is this kid? Like, wow,
Thank you.
And it's a matter of fact that my guests that were on yesterday from Broadway, Utica, one of the guests, Kristen, was like, I stopped everything I was doing at Woods Valley to listen to him sing that, and like he just brought it to that point. Like, man,
it means a lot.
It's true though, man. You got some pipes out there, and I've been in the music scene. I'm sometimes known as the crazy uncle of the local music scene.
Sure.
But I kind of know most of the musicians in the area.
Yeah.
And when there's a new guy coming in the area that is talented, such as yourself, you tend to take notice.
Thank you.
And then you turned my head that night. What a great night that was, though.
That was so fun.
Absolutely fantastic.
The fact that we could, have everything be a positive thing, because sometimes when, bands are, transitioning, it can be hard.
Hey, absolutely.
There's a lot of emotion. I mean, music is emotion.
That was an emotional night.
And it definitely was. I mean, I have to say, like, I just got involved, and as little involvement as I've had, there was definitely, I was like, man, this is definitely relatable. Like, people love Nash,
Yeah, he's great, dude.
The band loves Nash, and it was definitely an emotional night for everyone, whether you just started listening to us or started playing in the band, or and we all wish him the best. He's gonna kill it out there. He's gonna have fun and
the show
do what he does.
Though,
yeah,
right?
And he's a great singer-songwriter. He plays guitar too. Everyone knows that. But now we got Dusty Elmer in the band playing bass, playing keys. Yeah, and he's crushing it.
Another one that could play so many different instruments.
For sure. Yeah,
Very
he's
versatile.
Yeah, so obviously I play in the Old Man, and I do some solo stuff as well.
What about Nina's Brew? You doing anything with that?
Nina's Brew, yeah. So Nina's Brew, took just a little break this winter initially, because we all live in 3 different locations now. Once I moved, like, I wasn't in Vermont anymore with Giovanina, and Michael lives with his girlfriend near St. Lawrence and Canton. And as we all know, traveling in the winter's tough. So we gigged hard for 2 years with, and it came out of nowhere. It was just all of a sudden. And we never really had a point in which we talked about what was going on. So, I mean, there's no bad blood with that at all. We're all great friends. Giovanina actually did the artwork for my album. So if you're looking at that, I have a huge painting of that in my bedroom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and she did it. It's amazing. And then she also did my single artwork. I was like, gee, I need something real simple. And 30 minutes or so, she grabbed the Sharpie and I sent her a photo. And, I wanted the floral hat to be involved a little bit. It's kind of my image a little bit. I wear it every time I play. And, we're all really good friends. It's awesome that, I can reach out to, I just called Michael before this, and then he called me back and I was like, I'll call you later. But yeah, we're all really good friends, and we all, are playing a couple gigs. We played at Woods Valley. We're playing Woodland Brewery together. And, like I said, I don't like to, talk. I let fate take care of things. I'm letting the world decide what I'm doing.
Let the universe take its course.
Exactly. So, whether in a year from now we're gigging heavy again, or who knows the picture.
Do you have plans with Nina's Brew for any gigs coming up?
Yeah. So we're playing Woods Valley. I think it's April 4th, and then Woodland, the weekend of the 17th, 18th, 19th or something. It's a Sunday.
Okay.
But yeah, we're having fun. We're doing it. We played Woodland earlier. We released our album called Mixtape, which G did the artwork for that as well. She's so talented. And we released that in October. And we really wanted to. Before that, we had talked let's take a little time off and focus on, the winter's coming up and, focusing on all our relationships or whatever we want to do. And we released that mixtape and we were very proud of it. We're happy that it happened. And it's always something to look back on. And like I said, the future can be anything we want it to be. So,
just sit back.
Yeah.
And let it take stay.
Yeah. I'm a very blessed individual. So,
aren't we all?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a blessed life that we have.
Yeah.
It really is, man. And people take it for granted. There's so many problems in the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just take it in stride and stay in your lane and just be positive
For sure.
and spread love, then everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, man. I'm blessed that I can play a few instruments too. I can, like Nina's Brew, I can play percussion if I need to, and I can play guitar, I can play the keyboard with the Old Main. I told the guys, I was like, yeah, I'm like I can play keyboard, but like I'm not like a keyboard player. Like I can play keyboard now, you know what I mean? Like I'm a musician. I don't know how to
There you go.
explain it any other way. I'm a musician, so I'll do what I can do to sound good. But I was a little nervous, because like I said, the Old Main's a very established band around the area, and I was a little nervous. You want to play keyboard? Because their prior keyboard player, phenomenal, Rick Gherkin. I play some duo shows with him. He's killer.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I can't touch that. Like I'm not doing that. But I take it a step at a time and learn some things, and stuff happens.
I want to talk about the Burlington music scene in comparison to the 315 music scene. I've been up to Burlington for many years, for so long. It's always been rich with the music up there, with Nectars and Higher Ground, and is Manhattan Pizza still around? They still doing shows?
Yep. I think they're like heavy on like the Thursday nights. Like they get the college kids, Thirsty Thursday.
Red Square, is that still a place?
Yeah, I've never played there, honestly. No? Not Red Square. That's a long gig. I think it's like a 5-hour gig I played. I was like, I don't know that much music. There's
always some great music venues to play at
in
Burlington. It's like really rich with all these great musicians. I know a couple of my friends have moved to Burlington just to, be established in the music scene and stuff. Give me some comparisons and then some difference.
I think in general musicians are nice people. So, we can compare it like that. Like every musician I typically meet is pretty nice. I think there's obviously a lot of hardworking people in the industry that are both in Burlington and Utica. A difference pops in my head. This style of music is different, I think. Vermont's heavy on the jam bands or like alternative, like pop, indie. Like it's a new sound, something that is like vibey. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of singer-songwriters there as well. But the difference is, the population in people.
Totally.
I've actually, I love Vermont. I think I've been a little more successful out in New York. But, I'm the new guy around town. So, I don't know if it's credit to that or if just in my life I've improved and all that stuff. But Vermont was like hard to me to feel like I'm succeeding in a way.
I think it's because maybe it's your hometown.
Yeah, it's always, like you can sell product to the neighboring town, or you sell your artwork to that, but the people in the hometown, it's hard to like convince them. I don't know. It's like you went to high school with them or something.
That here too.
Yeah, I feel very welcomed here. I feel very welcomed in Vermont as well. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. I just think it's more to do with where I was at in my life, and I was like ready when I moved here, so they've only seen that. They haven't seen me like struggle. I feel like doing, you know what I mean? Like Vermont, like I played crappy gigs. I sucked when I started, like I didn't know what I was doing at all. I was probably rude to sound guys that I didn't know how to do it. So, all that stuff adds up. If you don't, you don't know. You only know what you know. So, I like both areas. I'm blessed to be able to go back to Vermont and have a fan base there and friends, and my hometown definitely supports. I'm very present, I'd say, like in Vermont, like online. Like I get a lot of like online Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that support from the people in Vermont. Where in Utica and like Rome area, like a lot of people come to my shows. Mm-hmm. And they're not as present online. It's just how it is. I think But love them both. No complaints at all.
No complaints.
It's that's me nitpicking, trying to figure out a difference and
comparison.
Yeah,
I can never understand the whole the people that don't give you support in your hometown, but then you go away. And for instance, Dave's posting up some things. For instance, that I have my buddies in Brand New Sin. Okay, here's Brand New Sin. They went on tour, Motorhead, Typo Negative, all these great metal bands back in the day. But in the beginning, they just couldn't blow up in Syracuse.
Right,
they'd get no love in Syracuse whatsoever. But they go to Charleston, South Carolina. They got the #1 song in Charleston, South Carolina, or travel to LA and have 2,000 people in their crowd or whatever. But they come back to Syracuse and there's just no love.
Yeah,
and
I feel like it's a confidence thing too. I mean, for me, I'm more confident playing in front of people I don't know. It's just like your mom telling you to sing in front of your family as a kid. I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I could sing in front of thousands and thousands of people I don't know. But it's
funny how that is.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, the local love thing, it's a weird thing. Some people get it. I feel like I was really supported after college. Mm-hmm. I played at a restaurant called Twigs in St. Albans, and I remember I played there, and they had a little outside patio and a little garage door that I played in, a little stage, and that place would be packed, and then just anything, you can oversaturate it. And I think, there's new people that do their things, and you become old news a little bit. I mean, I have no complaints. If you've ever supported me, awesome. If you stop supporting me, it's because you're doing what you want to do. It's not
right.
I have nothing. I have nothing to say on that. It's you do you.
You can't make people like you.
Can't make people like me or support me. I can't ask people to go out and spend money or drink on a weekday night, and but they support me. People support me in many different ways, and I'm thankful for all of it. It's awesome. But at the end of the day, coming to shows is probably one of the biggest ways you can support.
Yeah. And that's
music.
what we preach around here. Support your local music.
Yeah, and I think
there, support the scene.
Yeah.
And there's such a great little scene that's starting to really happen right now. And we talked about this before we went live. It's around here. It's been a roller coaster. It's been ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
There's been parts of the music scene that have been really flourishing, and there's been parts of the music scene that's been dead. And you're trying to really, really beg people to come out. And but right now we're starting to become on the upswing because there's such great. It's this camaraderie going on among the bands, and there's this brotherhood going on. Back in the day, it used to be more of a competitive thing. Now it's not so competitive anymore. It's more of we're in this together.
Yeah,
we need to support each other. And there's so many great bands: Annie in the Water, you guys, the Old Maid, and Trampoline Jetstream, and just so many great bands right now that are supporting each other, helping each other out, bringing each other up on the road, and swapping gigs. And that's important. That's how a music scene explodes. That's how a music scene becomes rich. Is by supporting each other.
I agree. I mean, you have to complement, not compete. And,
I like that.
For me, I can only talk on myself. I've seen more definitely complimenting coming to New York. In Vermont, it's such a small place, and it's so saturated with musicians. You can't help. I mean, jealousy is a thing. No. If your buddy's band is bringing 100 people to Nectar's, and then you only bring 20, it's you feel bad. So you're oh, crap, what can I do? So you're trying to figure out a way. That's just natural. But I feel here, there's a lot of bands that support people a lot of the time. And maybe I just wasn't in the scene of that. I don't know. I definitely, being a pop artist in Vermont, what are you doing? There's not, with the internet, but there's nowhere to really play besides Higher Ground or, luckily I can play instruments to do that stuff. But, I think there's more venues out here too. I mean,
really?
I think just in general, we got Syracuse.
Right.
I mean, in Vermont, you have there's a lot of bars and breweries, which is cool to play at, and there's ski mountains and stuff like that. But out here, just I don't know. I can't. I think I have to credit it to me just growing up. Maybe. I mean, I had a hard time getting anywhere in Vermont. I feel in the gigging world. Nina's Brew was a different story. That's my solo stuff. Nina's Brew, I was so welcomed in Burlington. Not that I wasn't welcomed as a solo artist, but we did really well. And I think Nina's Brew helped. It was a catalyst for me in terms of growing as a person and a musician. So I'm thankful for both Vermont and New York. And Plattsburgh, Lake Placid was really good to me. Anita's Brew and
Monopole.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that place is legendary.
Man, sometimes you get enough people in there where you think you're gonna fall through the floor.
Right, exactly.
But I love it there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the place. Like, you'd go there and like nobody would show up until like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because everybody's at house parties. But it come 12:30, 1 o'clock, there'd be 300 people in that little room.
Yeah.
And it mobbed. Cool little scene there. Definitely a cool little scene.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, I love Vermont, dude. Like that's like I miss it for sure. Like that's awesome. I love all the music there. It's very versatile. You'll get, you know, a lot of different styles, and it's cool. You know, a lot of people they're really thinking about their art there instead of just there's fewer cover bands. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are doing original stuff in Vermont. I'm definitely like a mix between the two. Like, you know, if I'm playing a 3-hour show, I play a bunch of covers too.
You have to.
You know,
Just to fill time.
Yeah, for sure. But around here, I feel like there's like the band Showtime. They're playing at my wedding.
Are they?
Yeah, and like
Perfect wedding band, by the way.
yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
But like they're treated like I feel like they're a big band around here. Like it doesn't matter that they play covers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just like a little naive and don't know enough about the area if there's any whatever. But you know, like a band is a band.
Yeah.
Where I feel like in Vermont, like original music is definitely appreciated a lot, which it is here too. But I'm just saying, like, people go out and see cover bands here.
Yeah, well, that's the difference too. We talked about comparison and difference.
Yeah.
See, we're in here. It's like, you're a cover band. It's like a kind of like a rivalry between the originals and the covers, and that needs to stop. Right.
So there is a little rivalry around here. See, I didn't know that. I just don't even care. Like
I don't care either. But I just seen it the other
care.
day on a buddy of mine's Facebook page that one original band member is going after like a cover band guy, and they're arguing back and forth. It's like, you guys what are you arguing about? It's stupid. You guys are stupid right now.
Yeah.
You both play music. You're both having fun. If you guys have fun in the end, that's what's the important thing, is having fun.
Just, I don't know. I think
there's a lot of great bands, though. Cover bands or original bands here locally. And Showtime playing your wedding, you can't find a better band.
Yeah,
your wedding.
I'm very pumped about
what
that.
I love about those guys are they're the best harmonizing band in all of the 315.
Word.
I can think of maybe one other band that rivals them. But other than that, harmonizing wise, Showtime's top of that list.
Well, I think they're going to have a fourth member or fifth member singing up with them in a couple songs. You know?
Nice.
Justin Smithson is.
Justin's on?
Yeah, he's on right now. Yeah, he shared my album yesterday on Facebook. Thank you. Appreciate that support. But yeah, I'm pumped to have you guys out at my wedding, man. Yeah, music is music. So
exactly.
You know, I don't care if you're a cover band or original. Like, it's, you know, you're having fun. That's what the point of music. It's emotion.
Exactly.
I mean, some people aren't going to like covers. Some people are only going to like covers. So if you can connect with them and, you know, get any emotion out of them, you're doing your job.
Exactly.
And it's not even a job. You're having fun and it's working.
Pulling that emotion out of people, getting them.
Yeah, man. So.
Do you have a genre that you prefer playing over another?
Oh, man. So I think I'm in, like, songwriting wise, I think I'm a good pop songwriter. Mm-hmm. I think I can create a melody and a hook easily. I'd like performing that. Like I said, it's hard to perform it with the production that I put into it. So I'm in a constant battle. How do I do this? I need to figure out how to do that. You know, it takes a full band to do that. That's interested in playing pop music. So, I mean, I definitely say I'm a pop artist.
Gotcha.
But I can play other genres that I enjoy playing.
Well,
I'm in the Old Main.
Right.
It's not a pop band, so.
Right. Were you into bluegrass before you joined the Old Main, or Americana, or any of that?
Not really. No, I mean, I didn't play instruments, so it's hard to really. I feel like if you're into bluegrass, you're playing guitar as a kid
or something.
And exactly. Right. I'm not a big country guy, but I like older country. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then it's weird. I like pop country. Like, I like Dan and Shay and all that stuff. Like, I think it's just catchy, and that's what I like listening to. I'm not really listening to I don't know, Tim McGraw, or I don't even know any country artist. I'm bad at that.
I like the old school stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings,
right.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a huge listener of that. I mean, pop, man. I think the first CD I ever listened to was either Jackson 5 or, you know, Backstreet Boys Millennium edition from my sister, you know. And I think that's how I got a good ear. Honestly, I was listening to that stuff. They're harmonizing. That's where I got my taste. You know, people who are great lyricists probably listened to Bob Dylan growing up.
Right.
You know, it's, you know, it all relates to that, to what you grew up on.
Was there a specific time in your life that totally blew your mind and made you realize, like, that's what I want to do for a living? I want to go out and play music.
Man, I mean, I can remember having fantasies of like having to sing my way out of something, out of a situation when I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Really?
Yeah, like if I like got in trouble at school, well, I can sing to you, and if I can sing well, then but I never, like, I got in trouble and I wouldn't do that, but I'd be like, oh, maybe that'd be a way to get out of it. You know, like I always loved singing. Like that was my thing. Like I was singing Jackson 5, and Hanson, you know, that was Bop and, you know, all those tunes. Like I love that stuff. And music's music. I probably get a lot of hate for, you know, I don't know if maybe like people think, you know, pop music's simple and all this stuff. Like, yeah, there's musicians who put out simple stuff, but there's also, I mean, just listen to my album. Like, you know, I wrote a pop album, and Chris Hawthorne is a phenomenal musician, like, and engineer and producer. Like there's some real music in that stuff. And I try to, you know, put the real music and be authentic to like what I can do in person into that pop music. So I'm not just another 4-chord guy or whatever, but even if you are a 4-chord guy, whatever, if you're selling it and people like it, who gives a crap?
Right.
You know, who cares?
It goes back to having fun too.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about.
Who are you listening to these days? You got anybody you can tell us about?
Man, I love Jon Bellion.
Okay, who's that?
So you might recognize, he has like a hit song called like All Time Low. You know, it's like the I'm at an all time low, 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 whatever. But like the way he like, I think it's like his confidence and like swagger and the way he approaches music is what I like fell in love with. And like, you know, I'd say my Human Being album was inspired, like vibe wise by that. Like I wanted to create something and be respected like him. You know, I was like, I love that. But growing up, man, I listened to Jason Mraz, John Mayer. You know, I've recently gotten to like, I love Dave Matthews. But I'm not like I know 10 songs, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know all the Dave Matthews songs. I enjoy 10 songs of them and I like them live.
You're obviously not that big of a fan because you're not referred to him as just Dave.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I love Dave. It drives me crazy. Anyways.
Yeah. And then there's a new band out of like New York City, Lawrence. They opened up for Jon Bellion, and I found out about them. One of my friends from Burlington, I think, went to school with them at college, or one of them, and he like shared them on like Instagram or Facebook, and I started listening to them, and I fell in love with them, and then they went on tour with Jon Bellion, and Lacey, my fiance, got me tickets to like a show in Philly with them, and I was just like, I couldn't even dance and enjoy. I was just like, oh my God, this is awesome. She thought I wasn't enjoying it. I was like, I love it. But I like Lawrence. They're a good band. They just start tour tomorrow, I think.
Lawrence,
yeah, the band Lawrence. It's a brother-sister duo, and they have like great musicians, like a horn section. It's sick. Will Nesbitt, what's up, man? Yeah, Lawrence is awesome, man. You should check him out. I was looking at my phone, the comments.
Are you one to seek out new music too?
Yeah, I definitely listen to like Spotify, like, you know, playlists they send towards me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I listen to a lot of the same music though, because like for me, I like feeling a certain way. Mm-hmm. And that's why I did it. And I found certain songs that did that to me. And I, you know, but if someone's like, listen to this band, I'm like, I'm listening to you. And like, I can't tell you if I'm going to listen to them again. And I might listen to, you know, in the summer, I'd listen to different stuff, you know. I like the Avett Brothers. I've gotten into the Avett Brothers and the Wood Brothers. Definitely being in the Old Man, I definitely want to soak that stuff in so I can contribute my, you know, art that way to the band.
Yeah. So you got to do a little like research stuff.
Yeah, and I think just maturing, or the way I matured, like I was into that. I become, wanting to listen to that a little more.
Yeah.
It's a little more. I'd say use the word intellectual lightly, but it's like the focus on the lyrics and the melody, a reason why you're. It's good stuff. I like the Ava Brothers. Yeah. So
there's a lot of great music.
Yeah, I like a lot of different stuff. Yeah, I mean, I listen to rap.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Good. It's good to mix it up though. You can't just pigeonhole yourself into one genre of music. It's good to
for sure.
Open up and open up your ears a little bit. And
yeah, I kind of want to go on my Spotify, see what I've been playing lately.
Spotify changed the way I listen to music.
Dude, I was listening to Wolfpack earlier.
Yeah,
Elton John. I mean, all that stuff. Like
I love Wolfpack. Great band.
Ed Sheeran was like a, big phase for me a couple years. Listen to that stuff. Isaac French, great artist. Yeah. So I mean, I look at like my top song. Chance the Rapper. Pop music. I like. Say this lightly, but Justin Bieber. He's a good pop artist. I mean, I don't care what you think about him as a person. I don't care. Like, I don't pay attention to that stuff, but he's releasing good music, just released a good album. I'm not like fanboying over it, but I definitely listened to it a few times, and I liked his album back in like 2015. Like it was dope.
Yeah.
So
he's talented. I mean,
yeah, man,
you got to have some sort of talent to be at that level.
Oh, for sure. Like,
right.
I mean, like whether he's a genius or not, or you think he's a genius or not, he's doing it.
Right.
Like there's got to be something about him. And, if I was put in his position, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Like, no way. I don't got those teeth.
My guilty pleasure is Justin Timberlake.
Dude, I love JT. I mean, my falsetto, I can credit a lot to listening to some JT. I can't believe I didn't mention him.
Is that right?
And, Adam Levine as well, Maroon 5. Like, I like pop music, man. Like, I love it. Like, I like 2014 to 2017 radio. I've kind of been out of touch with the newer stuff. Just I feel guilty saying this, being on a podcast and stuff, but like I listen to Spotify a lot in the car.
Me too.
And it's
all I listen to.
It's tough, but I definitely do. I got Scott Dixon at 95X.
Yep.
He streams better this way on some local stuff, and he's going to be helping out with Ready to Be Loved. That's coming out this Friday, and I definitely like want to respect that, and I want to start listening to more radio because it's they're very supportive people, and they definitely deserve people to listen.
Absolutely. So, I want to give a shout out to Dave Bandage right now. He's posting all your links on our Facebook page right now.
Oh, word.
So you could go over and like all the pages that Isaac's associated with, the Old Main, Nina's Brew, and of course his own personal page. Well, it's actually, you have a music page, right?
I do, yeah. It's just Isaac French. So both my personal page, and I don't think you can add me on my personal. I think I've reached the limit of friends.
You're over 5,000?
Yeah. I went through a phase, and I think just like sent out a bunch of like whoever I was mutual friends with and whoever I met, and received some as well. But yeah, go ahead and like that page, Isaac French.
Go over there. Do it right now.
Yeah, do it now.
Do it right now. But he posted a bunch of your stuff up there, and thank you, Dave, for posting
appreciate
it
that.
up there. Dave's definitely the man. So I want to talk the Old Main really quick too.
Yeah, man.
You guys are associated with a new booking agent, is that right?
Yeah, Little Rock Music Group.
Is that Charlie?
That's Charlie and Ian. Yeah,
Charlie's great, man. He's another key component of our local music scene.
Yeah,
he really is.
I was talking to Ian last night. The Old Main was. We had a meeting, and Ian couldn't, say enough about how Charlie is just like with the Funk and Waffles and all the music, like how he's just like, it's his area. You know what I'm saying?
Killing it.
He's doing great, and we're thankful for that. So, I mean, like I'm definitely new to the area, so I'm, I treat everyone the same, and I respect everyone. So. But, definitely some people earn respect quicker, and, I definitely respect that guy.
Yeah, Charlie's killing it. And then he also books Ray Brothers, too.
Yeah, so...
Have you played Ray Brothers?
I have. So Nina's Brews played there. We opened up for Zach Deputy.
Oh, yeah. An old friend.
And, what's his name? I don't know why I can't think of it, but we played there a few times.
Great spot.
Yeah, excuse me. But we played there as like a trio and a full band. I know, Colin pretty well. And Tucker, we got, I've been there quite a few times. Giovannina like has good relationships with a lot of people. And I'm, like I said, Nina's Brew is still a thing, but it's like a great catalyst for me, in terms of like meeting people and becoming a better person and all that, because, when you're a singer, you try to, you're a diva, I'd say a little bit, and you got to grow up a little.
Especially
you got to grow up, exactly. So it comes with it. I try to be, respect like where I came from. Like, like I definitely learned a lot the last few years, like gigging a lot, and I look back and I'm like, wow, I must have been an idiot to some people. Like, wow, I'm a nobody. I'm still a nobody. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's all part of growth, though, brother.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't look back on the past and be like, man, I messed up there at that gig, and they're gonna think I'm an a-hole or whatever. It's just like the only thing you can do is move on from it, and next time you go there, just be a good person.
Exactly. Good words, man.
Yeah.
What would be your fantasy band? You could piece a band together, living or dead. Who would be in your fantasy band?
Oh man. Well, I'd say, John Bellion is so versatile when it comes to like the pop aspect, like production wise, like using like live like samples and like creating, like it's a live band, but also he's using like the computer system and MPCs and all that stuff he'd be a very valuable person to have in a band. I'm not very cultured to like old bands or dead or alive or people. John Mayer's like one of my favorite guitar players because he's like pop, but he can also shred. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'd like understand, what I'm trying to do. Bass player Dusty, we got
Shout out Dusty.
Yeah, right now. I'm very. And I honestly, I don't know many drummers. Mitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know many drummers. Like, I don't know like individual artists like that. I need to do my research for sure.
Gotcha.
That was definitely a tough question for me to answer. I don't know many. Yeah.
You want to talk versatile? Mitch, he can play. I've known Mitch for a long time. Was playing in rock bands, and now he's playing in the Old Main. And talk about just mixing genres and being adaptable to what they're playing. Mitch is definitely very schooled and very educated when it comes to playing drums. Guy's a monster.
Killer. Yeah,
he's
for sure.
A monster.
Yeah.
All these guys in the Old Main, man.
And I might as well, Seth, guitar. He's a great guitar player.
A great songwriter too, Seth.
Yep.
He is a great songwriter. He's out there killing it. And I like seeing him doing his solo thing too. He's out there doing his solo thing.
Definitely.
I think it's important too. You have this band, right?
Yeah.
And it's important for, I think, everybody to go out and play with other people because it makes you more versatile.
Yeah.
It makes you a better musician. It makes you a better person.
Yeah.
Really, because you're getting along with all these other people, or whether you are or you're not, but I think it just makes you more of a complete musician if you're out there gigging, doing a solo thing, It takes a lot of balls to get up there and play solo by yourself.
Oh, for sure, especially when it's a 3-hour show, you know what I mean? It's like, you got to know a lot of songs. I play guitar and piano, and I've done some looping, like with beatboxing, vocal percussion.
Nice.
So that helps, songs 6 minutes instead of 3 if you just play it straight through, and it helps, and it creates a vibe. My buddy, I'm pretty good friends with the Twiddle guys, and my buddy Mahali, I was like, man, like I don't know what genre to go with. And he's like, don't pick a genre, just like play any music and just do it, just play. Things are gonna solve itself. You don't have to worry about. I think you just said, don't worry about it, just do it.
Just do it, right?
Exactly. He's releasing a solo record in like 3 days, man.
Mahali's single with G Love that just came out, it's a phenomenal song.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's not Twiddle.
It's Strongest of Our Kind or something like that. It's called. It's really good. It's on my playlist. Awesome. Mahali's a shredder, dude.
Yeah. He's versatile, and like he's backing up what he said. Like, like I just said, like Twiddle's a jam band. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're
out there killing it too.
Yeah, man. Like Mahali's like not writing a jam band song. You know what I'm saying? So like he's backing up what he said to me. Like it's cool to see that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I might have some songs on my next record. I'm working on some recording now. You know, with the single being out Friday, Ready to Be Loved. You know, there's stuff where it might be like just guitar and like drums and bass, you know what I mean? And no production, like pop elements. And, you know, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to release songs. I'm probably going to release a lot of singles.
That's the way to do it nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it gets more traction. You can focus on that. And releasing an album is like a lot of work,
it's
man.
Costly too,
yeah, so like you can record a single and release it and then be relevant. I mean, the attention span for some people, I mean, just like everyone knows, it's not growing.
Nobody's into albums anymore either.
No.
It's like you said, it's singles, and then of course the visual aspect of things too.
Yeah,
People
that's something I want to get into more, like doing some videos and stuff. But you know, being a musician, like stuff costs money. You know what I mean? And so it's, you know, it's hard to do all that stuff if you know you're not where you're at. But yeah, getting visuals out there is really important because people want to be able to share a video. It's yeah, definitely key to keep growing. So
I went back up and talk about Mahali really quick.
Yeah.
Now this album that he's got coming out, is that just a solo album or is G Love on all those tracks with him? Do you know?
You know, I remember him saying to me like, you know, he's got a good group of guys on the album. So I'm guessing that, you know, a lot of people, it might be a similar crowd, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't talked to him specifically about it.
That single's phenomenal.
But yeah, I showed him Ready to Be Loved, and he was like, "Man, Rob's a killer guitar player."
He really
you know?
is.
So I showed him that like a couple weeks ago. I texted him and like, you know, had a lot of good things to say, which means a lot because like, you know, I look up to him. He's a great musician. Like,
really is.
He's killer. He's very successful. He's been through a lot and like just like everyone has, and it's like, you know, shows that you can do it, and being persistent is key. So.
So what's your ultimate goal, brother, as a musician?
Oh man, I want to play as much music as I can. I want to be able to, I mean, like I said, like I want to support, you know, my life and a family. You know, I got a fiance and we're getting married this year. So, you know, kids and stuff. Like I want to be able to do that. That's you know, like a goal for like the physical aspect of doing music. As an artist, like, you know, like creativity wise, I want to keep growing every day. You know, I want to be better at keyboard, be better at guitar. I want to write better songs. I want to write songs for people that, you know, because there's stuff I can't sing, you know what I'm saying? Or like a girl's going to sound better on it. Like I want to get into all that stuff. I really want to get involved in the industry more, I'd say, as an artist and, you know,
That's important.
Anything else.
Super important, especially because there's the music aspect of things and there's the music business aspect.
Right,
of things.
yeah.
I tell a lot of these bands the same thing. You should learn every angle of the music industry.
For sure.
Not just playing, not just booking, not promoting, everything. You should learn money. You should learn the legal aspects of things, you know, the ASCAP side of things and BNI.
Yeah, I mean, I release my stuff through CD Baby, and, you know, I pay for like a CD Baby Pro, and they cover my, I think I have an ASCAP account with them, and like I had to like call them, and I was like, does this mean I'm like protected? Like I had no idea what it was, and I talked to them for like a half an hour, like figuring out all the stuff that I'm actually doing. They're collecting royalties for me and stuff like that. So, I mean, I had to figure that out on my own. Like you know, it's hard to, you know, a lot of people may not do that, so it's definitely important to learn all the angles.
Every facet of music you should learn about, whether it's booking a show or even putting a show together.
Yeah.
Like knowing how the stage gets built and knowing how to plug in a PA.
For sure.
You know,
that's where like doing solo shows, like you learn that you have to learn how to do that.
Learn that. Then you should learn the marketing side of things and how you promote yourself. And one thing I feel is missing, and though I have a bunch of the posters hanging on the wall, the bands don't go out and do posters anymore, you know?
Yeah.
It used to be.
I feel like people think it's illegal to do that for some reason. I don't know why.
It's not, people.
No,
Go
you can
out
put
there
it
and
on
promote
post. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think like in response to that too, that you need to have a team. You can't do it all yourself.
You're right.
Like I mean, unless you're very lucky and, you know, the internet's your game and you're making money through that or whatever. And it's not about money, you know what I mean? But you got to survive. So like, if you want to support a family, like you can't do that with no money. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to make money playing music, and I want to give back to communities. And I want to be able to do a lot of different angles using music as my platform.
I think when you have a band, it's important for everybody in that band to have a job. One guy take care of the booking, another guy takes care of, say, transportation or promotions or something.
Right.
You know, everybody should have their hand into that band and actually carry their own weight in that band.
Right, or invest in management,
or
like Little Rock. You know what I mean? Like that's.
But even with management, too,
but you still would work with them. You know what I mean? It's not like
it's
just like, all right, here's, whatever, and do it for me. It's like, well, you can't do that.
Still have to.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Do. Yeah, those guys can book for you, maybe put you on a right path and stuff, but you still need to take care of. You
get what you give.
Exactly. Exactly, brother.
So.
Exactly. See, you get it.
Yeah. Trying.
You get it. So
I'm speaking wiser than I am, I think.
The new single is released on Friday. Where can people find it?
Spotify, iTunes. I mean, it's going to be on YouTube for free. I mean, it's free on Spotify if you have a thing.
New Music Friday. We'll be part of that probably.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I hope so. I submitted it for some playlists, on that on Spotify, but. Yeah, I mean, I like Spotify. I mean, it helps, with streams there. Like, you get to collect royalties and stuff like that. So, if you share a Spotify link, I mean, I think the majority of people are listening on Spotify, but it's on like, Amazon Music. If you have like one of those, what are they, Alexas or Google Music? I don't even know.
Alexa. Alexa, please play.
But yeah, if you don't have access to that stuff, it's going to be on YouTube, I believe. If you just look up the title and my name. But yeah. I mean, I'm pretty pumped for it. I haven't released music since November 20. I released it on my birthday, November 24th, 2018. My album. So it's been a long time. I had some family stuff happen in 2019 that was tough and slowed me down a little bit. But back at it, and I'm excited to release the single, "Ready to Be Loved." What's funny is I had some help. Giovannina helped me like do all the stuff with like Human Being, my album, like put it on Spotify and like go through CD Baby. But this last one I kind of did on my own with a little, I texted her some questions and stuff. And I look back at it, it's submitted and the T on 2 is lowercase. So, and I was like, I don't know how to like fix that. And it's been submitted to everything. So I messed up on that, but whatever. I don't care. It's just a word.
It's just
so on my artwork, it's like "Ready to Be Loved," all capital letters on the first, letter to each word, and then on the album, it's not
awesome.
Or on the on the thing, but I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't.
It's all about the music, brother. It's not the word.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny. I was like, I'm proud of myself. I did it all right, and then I was like, oh, the title. I just messed up on the title. I know. I think it auto-corrected. I'm giving myself credit. I did it right.
Right on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, man.
Thanks, man.
And then this is something, do you plan on releasing more singles after? Do you have a couple?
Yeah, so I already have like another recorded and it's done. Cool. I kind of just like need to figure out a plan. That's like a piano, like it's not a concept album, but it's throwing Lacey under the bus, but it's songs about my fiance. And Ready to Be Loved is like, the start of something. Are you ready to be loved is the chorus, the words to the chorus. And then it's going to be probably a bunch of love songs, guys. So I already have another one recorded. I could release that in 3 weeks if I choose to. I just need to figure out. I want to see how this does and get some momentum going. Right. I appreciate all the people who have listened in on this. Feel free to share the song when it's out on Friday. I'm gonna post it on both my pages. If you like my music page, you'll see it. But yeah, sharing it helps a lot, and I'm thankful to the Central New York music scene for having me on this stuff and helping me out with my music. It feels really good to be welcomed in the area.
Amazing technology nowadays. You could get distribution out just by clicking one button.
Yeah, man,
it's amazing.
It's cool. It's the way to do it. I mean, there's a few different ways. I do CD Baby. I don't know why. It was the first one I saw, I think.
Well, CD Baby gets you out to all those platforms. They get you on YouTube and Spotify. They do all the work for you.
And then they CD Baby Pro. It collects the royalties for you too. And I'm just like, okay, so I literally all I had to do was pay X amount and get all that. And I'm like, all right, I'm down for that.
Deal.
Exactly.
Sure. And it's worth paying the money to CD Baby.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
I mean, I got no complaints. Yeah, But you can also I still have physical copies of my album Human Being. So if you come to a show, like I sell those at those, and any money from that's helping pay for the new record. So the more CDs you guys buy, the sooner you get new music.
There you go, brother. You got any shows you could plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm playing this Sunday with Dusty, actually. He's playing drums at Woodland Brewery. And then tomorrow I'm playing at Woods Valley in the tap room from 6 to 9 solo. I'll be doing that. So I'll be having piano, guitar. I'll do some looping. And I'm going to play Ready to Be Loved. Not for the first time live, but like pretty close to the first time. So, yeah, but you can I post all my events on my Facebook page, so you can check that out. But those are the two immediate ones, Thursday and Sunday, Woods Valley and then Woodland. Yeah.
So on Friday, you go, Alexa, please play Ready to Be Loved by Isaac French, and it'll pop up.
Yes, it will.
Excellent.
Yeah, I hope so. If not, then I need to call Giovanina and say, help me. So, yeah, she's awesome, though. But yeah, thank you, Z, for having me today.
Thanks for coming in, man. You got to come back.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know when I'm releasing a new single, or we can promote that. And
for sure, you should come back and play some music next time.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Yeah, for sure, man.
Bring the guitar or something.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
I'd like that. We could do like a little 3 songs, talk about them, how they were written, and all that stuff. I'm down to do all that. So
I will.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you for having me, Z. Thank you everyone for listening. My name's Isaac French. Ready to Be Loved's out Friday.
How can they follow you on social medias?
Instagram. I only use Instagram and Facebook. Really, I have a TikTok, but I don't know how to use it. I mean, I do, but I don't think I'm going to be good at it. So if you want to follow me on that, everything's just like Isaac French Music or Isaac French. Instagram is Isaac French Music. ISAACFRENCHMUSIC. So
awesome.
Yeah, I can figure that out.
The order of the day is go over there and follow him right now and check out Ready to Be Loved, which is going to be released on Friday. Isaac, success and nothing less, my friend.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Keep killing it. Keep making us proud out there and keep representing, man. And I think what you guys are doing great with the Old Main and Nina's Brew.
Yeah.
Everything that you're doing, phenomenal.
Yeah, also check out the Old Main page for events we have coming up too. We got nothing this weekend, but we'll be...
Yeah, you guys are out there.
Yeah, we'll be gigging. Yeah. We'll be gigging hard.
Especially when summertime comes rolling around. I'm
sure what up, Dobbs?
I'd be up there a lot in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure the calendar's filling up fast.
Yeah, I think rumor has it we're doing Saranac Thursday.
Cool.
We're gonna be playing Woods Fest, I believe.
Yeah. Woods Fest will be out there. The D will be broadcasting live.
Yeah,
Woods
for sure.
Fest again, like we did last year. So we'll be out there for that.
The Old Main is definitely taking we're going to be doing some bigger shows. We're going to be trying to do that. So
good.
Be on the lookout for that. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man.
Awesome. Thanks, C.
It's going to be a great year.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped.
Much love to my sponsors, Utica Coffee, EJA Moving Services, Utica Hemp, and, of course, my good friends at Saranac. They're a big sponsor here of the D and EC Radio. So tomorrow, we were talking about cover bands. I got pretty much every cover band in Utica coming on tomorrow.
Oh, really?
With the exception of, Showtime.
Oh, word.
But they got the guys from Red Hush coming in, The Bomb, and there's a big benefit going on this weekend that they're coming on to promote. So all those guys are going to be here right around 4 o'clock. We're doing it a little bit late. We're going an hour later tomorrow to help promote that show that they go. If I had the information in front of my face, I'd be able to talk about it. But of course I don't. And
it's okay.
Stoner moment. That's what I call it. I want to remind everybody they can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts of EC Radio and all the content we have here on the D at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, all that social media lingo. You know how to do it. Google us. You'll find the D and everything that we're doing over here. Isaac French, thank you again.
Thank you, Z. Appreciate it.
Again, we'll see you tomorrow. Later, people.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.